Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about One Calls the Heart Season 8 Episode 5. What happened in that episode and my thoughts. Also, I got a haircut. It's not as bushy, so I like it. Yeah, I'll give you a full tour of my head. I also got more highlights. They're blonder, and there's more in the front. So I went to a career fair today at my college, and everybody gave me a compliment. Well, everybody that worked there gave me a compliment, including our lovely president, Dr. Katie Leonard. Oh, I love her so much. She's an awesome person. All right, let's get into the recap. It's graduation day in Hope Valley. As the students move up in their respective grades or graduate from school, summer vacation is about to begin for many as the students celebrate the end of the school year. Elizabeth conducts her year-end parent-teacher conferences, including one with Nathan. There's like a whole I'm gonna bounce around because this one I'm reading a different one. This is by Parade. This one bounces around. So I know that Robert gives Elizabeth a hug because he's graduating. He's out of her school now. So, yeah. And Robert's been there since like season 2, maybe? I don't know. So, and then it says Lee and Rosemary adjust to having their niece, Rachel, staying with them. Rosemary and Clara get news about Dottie maybe selling the dress shop. That while Clara comforts Jesse over something he did. Later, Elizabeth and Lucas go on a proper date. I'm gonna find that was a snippet of what happened, so I'm gonna actually find the right one I used for last week's episode. Okay, here it is. Last week's episode of When Calls the Heart. Welcome to Hope Valley. I don't think this is the right one, is it? I don't. I think this is the right one. Oh yeah, this is right. This is the right one. Last week's episode of When Calls the Heart, Welcome to Hope Valley, was chock full of dramatic events, from the verdict in Nathan's inquiry to Elizabeth and Lucas's big moment at the episode's end. It was a lot to take in, and thankfully, the March 21st installment of Hallmark Channels offers fans more breathing room. There's still plenty happening in Hope Valley, but not quite as many roller coaster moments as we've seen in recent episodes. Yeah, it was more like a chilled episode. I almost fell asleep, and yeah. So, just a PSA: never stick a Q-tip in your ear. I was partly deaf all weekend. From Friday night around 11:30 until yesterday at 5 o'clock. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days of not being able to hear. So today I saw my doctor and she prescribed me medicine. I have a little wax in my ear, so and I suffered as a child with a lot of earaches. My family members would say um, she's the queen of ear problems. So, which I don't mind. I still am. I had tubes put in my ears. My tonsils and adenoids were taken out, but this ear is completely fine. The tube fell out. I had surgery in it when I was in high school, and this ear was not perfectly fine. This is the one I had surgery on. So this one is ear, the problem ear. So I stick my AirPod in this ear so I can hear out of this ear. Because if I stick my AirPod in this ear, I can't hear out of this ear. It's weird. I have my ears trained. So, all right, let's get back into the recap summary. My thoughts. So, the Elizabeth Nathan Lucas love triangle has been in the big story so far this season of When Calls the Heart. But Elizabeth isn't the only Hope Valley resident with a lively love life. In What the Heart Wants, we got a few more flirty moments between two of the show's not quite couples. First, Florence and Ned share another sweet exchange in the mercantile until they were interrupted by Carson and Faith. That is, meanwhile, Molly and Bill had an awkward interaction at the barber shop. It's a pretty funny scene with Clara and Molly and Bill. Oh. Molly's efforts to impress Bill last week with her new dress didn't quite work as planned, but there's still plenty of tension between the two. Also, Hickam has his eye on Fiona, though we don't know yet if the feeling is mutual. This isn't exactly an unexpected pairing, based on what we've seen in previous episodes. Yeah, because Hickam is like willing to get his hair cut by Fiona, or he's dared by Jesse, and he does it. And then Fiona cuts his ear, and then Hickam runs to Carson and Faith to fix it. Faith fixes it, and then Hickam goes back later and gets a proper haircut. So, yeah, I get that. However, it does complicate some fans' theories that whoever doesn't win over Elizabeth will end up with Fiona. I don't know. I saw on social media and the internet that the actor who plays Nathan Grant is dating the actor who plays Fiona. So I don't really believe that. Can you please tell me in the comments if they're available? So if Kevin McGarry is dating Kayla Wallace, so I would really like to know that. So, all right, continuing. Unfortunately, things weren't so romantic in the Flynn's household, meaning Jesse and Clara. Dottie's dress shop is up for sale, which has Clara worried she'll soon be out of a job. Bill offers to increase her hours at the cafe, and even struggles that and even suggests that Clara and Jesse join him as partners in the business. But Jesse hesitates to Clara's disappointment. Multiple references to Abigail in the scene have been made and might be a sign When Calls the Heart is setting up for Lori Loughlin's return, which I don't think is possible. Later, we learn why Jesse didn't jump at the chance to buy into the successful business, aka the cafe. He already invested their savings somewhere else, and we don't know where. We probably will find out in episodes to come, but I don't know. Worse, the money is now gone. The result is a painful scene between him and Clara, with yeah, and Clara kind of kicks Jesse out of the house. She says, "Get out of this house." So, and then it says, with Bjorn making her hurt and rage over her husband's actions abruptly clear, she's been working 2 jobs to try to get them into a more secure financial situation. But he seems willing to take shortcuts to get there, and to hide those shortcuts from his wife. It is an alarming move, especially considering his outlaw past. Yeah. Jesse's heart was likely in the right place, but he probably wants to give Clara everything he thinks she deserves. But he blundered big time. And fixing things with Clara is going to take some work. And then it shifts, okay, over at Team Infirmary, which is Faith and Carson. Oh, I love Carson. He's one of my favorite characters. Oh, I love him. Things also are rocky. Ever since Faith returned from Chicago, neither she nor Carson have been sure how or if to move forward in their romance. Now there's another wrinkle. Carson's been offered a surgical fellowship at Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. It's a dream come true, but taking it means leaving Hope Valley and Faith. He suggests she comes with him, but she points out they're not married. Plus, she doesn't want to leave Hope Valley. This is setting up for a big choice for Carson, who might have to decide between his career and the woman he loves. Okay, my thoughts on that. I think Carson is going to propose to Faith and not take the fellowship. If he does, then I'm done. There are a couple actors I love to watch. I love to watch Paul Green. I like to watch Kevin Smith, Kevin McGarry, and Chris McNally. And Pascal Hutton. Those are my top 5 favorite characters. So, well, I would put Rosemary the actor who plays Rosemary, Pascal, above Lucas, Chris McNally, just because I'm Team Nathan. So, yeah, which saddens me. because I want to be Team Lucas, but if I had to pick, I'm Team Nathan. So, um, now it goes to the graduation. Uh, Meanwhile, Elizabeth is preparing for the school's graduation day celebration. Robert gives the commencement speech with the help of some of the other students. They sing a song they composed in honor of their teacher, Mrs. Thornton. It's the kind of moment that would seem hokey in almost any other TV show, yet somehow it works in the idyllic world of One Calls the Heart. Yeah, that was a very touching moment. So, I like that. The celebration goes off without a hitch, and Minnie Canfield is even impressed enough to consider sending Angela to school next year, much to Elizabeth's delight, but there's a hint of trouble in the air. Mr. Lansing arrives in an unofficial capacity to observe the ceremony. He's like another teacher or like head of school. I don't know, but yeah. He wants to bring Hope Valley's school into the larger regional district. But Elizabeth shuts him down. She says, "That won't happen. I won't let it." And then it says, moving forward to um, Lee and Rosemary. The preview for this week's episode teased a few big events. One of those big events was Rachel's disappearance. She turned out to be no, wait. One of those is Rachel's disappearance. Turned out to be pretty inconsequential, I think. It turns out she went for a walk and got lost. Rosemary and Lee find her walking down a dark road. Though she's shaken, there's no harm done, but yeah. They like drive down a dark road and like find her together. They go back to their house. She's completely fine. That was a scary scene. So. No, because Rachel's upset because she might have to go back home. But Lee and Rosemary won't let that happen. Why would she go back home to Bellingham? Because of the dress shop closing, because of the new seller. Because Dottie is selling the dress shop. Yeah. So, and then it goes to, but the other two, Lucas and Elizabeth stayed, and Nathan's nighttime visit to Elizabeth left a little more to unpack. It did. It did. First, let's tackle the mysterious note Elizabeth sent Nathan. It turns out it had to do with Nathan skipping out on parent-teacher conferences. He's avoiding Elizabeth for obvious reasons, but they do chat about Allie. Her academic performance suffered because she was worried about Nathan's inquiry. Elizabeth then reminds Nathan how much he means to Allie. You will always be the measure of the quality she looks for in a man as she chooses who to marry, she says. It's an odd thing to say in a parent-teacher conference, and it seems this conversation might be more about Elizabeth and Nathan than it is about Nathan's relationship with his niece. Is Elizabeth saying she's considering Nathan's marriage material? And in parenthesis it says, though maybe not for herself. It's hard to say. There's a lot going unsaid in this scene, especially when Elizabeth brings up for Clay, and Nathan brushes her off. Both seem to be holding something back. Yeah, that was an awkward scene. Um, when I watched the trailer for this episode, I'm like, ooh, is she gonna change back to Nathan? No. No. And then this says Elizabeth's interactions with Lucas in this episode couldn't be more different than those with Nathan. Yeah, it's the total opposite. It's like a switch. Off. Nathan is off, and then Lucas is on. Like, at least she picked one for the time being. Like, ugh. I don't think she's gonna stay with Lucas. Elizabeth lights up whenever Lucas is around. Whether Lucas shows up to invite her on an early morning, or Lucas shows up to invite Elizabeth on an early morning horseback ride the morning of their date before the graduation. Yeah, before the graduation. Uh, their natural chemistry makes it easy to see why so many viewers are interested in this pairing. This feels like the first time in forever I haven't had something weighing on me, Elizabeth tells Lucas during their candlelit dinner. Is it? But going back to the horse ride, I remember Lucas saying to Elizabeth that he wouldn't be attending the graduation ceremony because he doesn't want Nathan to be jealous of them dating. He wants it to be pleasant for him because of Allie moving up a grade. So, yeah. He wasn't there at the graduation ceremony. So, and then she says, it's but she's also not looking to rushing in. She's not looking to rush into things. When he takes her hand, when Lucas takes her hand across the table, Elizabeth doesn't pull away. But she warns him she needs to take things slowly. We have all the time in the world, Lucas replies. And then it's the end of the recap. So. And then it says, the next episode of One Calls the Heart airs Sunday, March 28th at 9 p.m. Eastern Central Time on Hallmark Channel, which is this coming Sunday, which technically is in 4 days from now, because I'm recording this on Wednesday, putting this up on Wednesday. If this doesn't take forever, because I have an early morning tomorrow, and I have to be at school no later than 9 o'clock. Because I have class at 9 o'clock, so I have to be there like 10 minutes early because it's my Linux class. So, I'm going to do something very bad for my taste buds. Don't do this, ever. Ow. Unless you like sour candy. Mm. Ew. That was gross. Gross. No. Give me a good one. No. Well, they're all good ones. I'm just picking them out. I like that one. Orange apple. These are the toxic waste nuclear infusion. So, and then I have just the regular toxic waste, hazardous sour candies. And then I got this yesterday, the Extreme Sours Minis Hard Candies, the Warheads. I like these a lot. They're like that big. So, and then I don't know if I put these in a earlier video, but these are my favorite international snacks. I usually find these down in Disney World in Epcot. Usually in the Japanese pavilion. They're the Hello Panda strawberry flavor. So I had the entire box of the chocolate ones yesterday. So maybe I can find the box because there's a bag of, there it is, bag of like empty boxes on my table. So I got these at Five Below yesterday, and I ate the entire box in one sitting yesterday. So then I also have these. I have the Airheads Bites, cherry, blue raspberry, orange, watermelon, and mystery. And then I have the Airheads Extremes sour frills. I've been eating these. These are good too. And then where'd that go? Oh, I also got this. The Airheads Extreme, the rainbow berry, which I used to eat these every day after school on Tuesdays, but right before jazz band, sophomore, junior, and senior year, because my band director had candy you could buy. But since my grandfather usually bought candy for him to sell, I would get like 1 or 2 free a day. Or, well, no, I should say like 6 per week. So, yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna do the grape strawberry. So. And I'm gonna put these all back. Oh, that's sour. I was eating them yesterday, and I had the orange. I had the orange apple. No, I had the pineapple passion fruit, which there's only one in there. In my container. Man, it tastes like a pina colada, minus the alcohol. So, in a past video, I mentioned a drink I like. It's an energy drink. This White Monster, zero sugar. When I was out with my boyfriend 2 weeks ago, I noticed that they had a new flavor. It was in a gold can. It's called, what is that actually called? Zero Gold or Gold Ultra? I don't know, but it's in a gold can. And it tastes like a freaking pina colada because it's pineapple. I have one in the other room in my basement area, but I don't want to get up. Oh, maybe I I have another can that I drank yesterday. Yep. Ultra gold, and it's gold. So, yeah. And it doesn't really say what the flavors are, but I noticed on the, I can actually read it. On the side of it, it has, according to ancient Greek legend, the nectar of ambrosia gave immortality to all who drank it. Unfortunately, this fruit of the gods is just a myth, but we were inspired to create Ultra Gold as close as we can get for mere mortals. With zero sugar, easy drinking, Ultra Gold has the heavenly fresh flavor of biting into perfectly ripened golden pineapple. While we cannot promise immortality, our our Monster Energy blend will help you stay focused and alert and ready for whatever life throws at you. Go for the go for the gold. So, my favorite ones of the monsters: the white one, the red one, the turquoise one, or that's teal. That one, yeah, and then the blue one, and the pink one. So, what else? What else? What else? No, that's pretty much it. Oh, my it's staring right at me. My favorite cracker chip puff thing are these. They're the Simply Cheetos Puffs, the white cheddar version. They're gluten free. Yeah, so they also make a jalapeno version, but I don't want a spicy puff or a spicy chip in my mouth. So I have those down here to snack on. I also have M&Ms in here. So, like, doing homework, and that's what I like to snack on. Or if I'm playing my Switch, which I do every day from 12 to 2. And then I work from 2 until dinner time, which is around 5:30. And then from 6:37, I do my rest of my homework until like midnight 1. So, um, I guess this is pretty much it for this video. Stay tuned for next week's episode of One Calls the Heart, Season 8, Episode 6, recap / summary. Be kind to one another. Stay true to yourself. Be well. Peace. I'm out. Bye, guys.